Here we just had the battle of the bottom tiers yesterday. Well, guess not. Uno reverse. Today we've got battle of the top tiers, baby. We've got Milk and Honey, aka Hawk, playing as USA. Definitely an S tier civilization at the moment. Going up against Alice in Wonderland. I believe Alice is Kinesi, playing on a Smurf account, something like that. 2100 elo. I'm pretty sure someone said it was Kinesi, and it's got to be Kinesi because I've seen this guy play a couple of times, and they play like Kinesi would play, and they main Aztec, so it would make sense. Kinesi's back playing 1v1. Let's go, and he is playing Aztec, who I consider the single best civ in the game. I know people will argue with that, but I don't think you can argue that Aztec aren't S tier. They're definitely S tier, but are they the best civ in the game? You could definitely argue your case that that isn't or is the case. I personally think Aztec are the best. My best 5 civs, I think, in order would go something like Aztec, Brits, France, Otto, and USA. You can mix that order up. I totally get it. You could mix that order up. You could put Otto before France, maybe. Maybe even USA before France. It's debatable, but they're definitely the 5 best civs in the game, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. But let me know what you guys think. I know tier lists is always an interesting take. And we're going to have lots of 1100 and 1200 elo players in the chat. You can't say that about my best civ, Lionheart. I played the game and let me tell you, Japan are S tier and actually USA are F tier. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I know I set myself up when I see that. The 1100 elo horde is coming. It's coming! Oh, I love you noobs. Don't worry. I love you noobs. I'm myself included as a noob. I'm just a noob that knows how to Musk Falk micro. That's literally the reason I'm 2k elo. I literally just know how to Musk Falk micro. Okay, let's have a look at the decks then. Enough of the banter. We've got the Sambi FF. Sambi has made a name for himself in the USA community because he's the best USA player out there. And he did make a name for himself doing the Pioneers. You can see he's got it in his deck. The French Immigrants, Pioneers, and Overmountain Settler build. He kind of didn't create the build, but he did create. He was inspired by the Overmountain build that we've shown on the video. We saw the low elo, mid elo player who did it, and that was such a great game, such a great game. And he really made his mark on this game by this is your mark, dude. You know, this is your mark on the game is Overmountain Settlers. Realizing how OP that is with Pioneers, that is your mark, my friend. And what a mark it is, because now a lot of top USA players, including myself, use that build. So shout out to you. What else do we have going on here? Pretty standard stuff. Lots of cards in Age 4 though. Lots of cards in Age 4. Dancehall. Does have Minutemen companies as well. Probably going to be Outlaws, though. We'll see. We'll see aging up to Age 2 with Virginia. Okay, Alice in Wonderland, a.k.a. Kinesi. You can see here doing his... It's been a little while, I think, since we've seen a Warrior Priest boom. In a 1v1, at least. Can't remember the last time we had that on the channel. No, I think it's been a hot minute. So, what do we have going on here? We have a Warrior Priest boom. For anyone who hasn't seen this before, basically, when you age up to Age 2, you age up fast. You can see how quickly he's aged up here. Normally, what he likes to do is get the Jaguar Knights out and just kind of put them in the middle of that. But he's probably not doing that. Maybe because USA get early Minutemen. Maybe that's why he's not doing that, because... with your Explorer, you can see the Jaguars early, and if you see the Jaguars early, the Minutemen will beat them. And Minutemen don't have the heavy infantry tag. Oh, no, they do. No, they don't. I didn't think they did. So that means that Jaguar Knights don't counter them. So that's probably why he's not doing the big button here. He just goes straight into the very early Warrior Priest boom. But you can see here, he's kind of stopped at 6 for some reason. Is he really stopped at 6? That's a bit bizarre, right? Why is he stopped at 6? You can see he's gone for the standard 3 warrior priest, 5 villagers, and now 600 coin. He usually goes for 700 wood after, and then obviously he goes for 10 warrior priest. Why is he? This is weird. Maybe he's. We are only at 5.5 minutes. Don't get me wrong. And 6 warrior priest is still 6.5 trade posts worth of XP. But is there a reason why he's doing this? Maybe this is just like an ultra fast fortress build, like rather than get the 10 700 wood first, then 600 coin. Maybe he goes for the 600 coin first and just does it super fast. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to see, no doubt, a straight FF here from... Oh, he's gone for stable. Interesting. He's going to go for goons, I guess. Nice. USA's picked up the Nooker as well. And that's a very, very aggressive state capital. You can see here now Kinesi has aged up, or pretty much got the age up. There it is. He's now going to put his community plaza back onto the warrior priest dance. Which, you know, yeah, okay. Makes sense. So, and he's still managed to get the 700 wood. So, interesting adaptation here. Interesting adaptation. Probably is going to rely on his big buttons in order to age up. But the only problem is he doesn't get Kalmikuk here. He doesn't get Kalmikuk. So, because imagine if that 700 wood was Kalmikuk. Kalmikuk, call me a cuck. I'm a cuck for Revnak's mum. We got one in there, boys. We got one in there. We're on form today. Let's go. Warhawk going down. We've got more Minutemen. We've got the age up with the skirms. Who's gone for the skirmish at age up? That would be the 2 coal mines, right? Oh, no, sorry. Of course, yeah, over mountain settlers. Okay. Now squeezes in Virginia plan after 1k wood. I like... Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. I always squeeze this in during the age up. The problem is, right, you can get Virginia plan if you plant the state capital down really quickly. If you don't plant it down really quickly, like he did here, where he went super aggressive, you can't get Virginia plan because you need the XP from the state capital in order to get that, to squeeze that card in. So there's a trade-off. But, you know, this is really good by Hawk. Hawk's a very good USA player, on par with me, I would say. You know, we've got me and Hawk, you know, USA, and then you've got Sambi just above. He's like our idol. We're his generals. His cucks, should we say. Okay, forcing the noble huts to be, you know, pretty defensive, which I always say about if you're to beat this Kinesi build, you have to force the noble huts in his base. Don't let him take map control. In actual fact, USA is the one taking the map control right now, which is really, really nice. We're at 8.5 minutes. Virginia plan comes in. So now he's going to get Marine Minutemen. Marine! Hut, hut. Oh, no. Okay, wow. He's going to go for over mountain settlers first, then into Marines. Okay, interesting. I like this build here from Kinesi. Okay, so he's gonna go straight into a load of Autontins with some Aranites. Honestly, Aranites are such a good unit. It's the only 2-pop unit, I think, other than it's their only buildable 2-pop unit in the game. Everything else is 1 pop. Yes, they have Skull Knights, but that's not really... You can only build them from the community plaza or from shipment, so they don't really count. Everything else they have is one pop, apart from the Aranites. And they are mini mortars. They are essentially mini mortars, which are going to force lots of pressure here. You can see here, the United States Marines is not even in here yet. He's got a lot of Minutemen. He's got 18 Minutemen so far. He wants the Culpepper Minutemen. Boom, there comes the Marines. There comes the upgrades. There comes the no HP. He's got a lot of villagers here as well. He's got 11 villagers. That's good. Culpepper Minutemen comes in. He's now up to 36 Minutemen. Yep. And he's got those villagers, don't forget. They pack a punch. What, 18? No, 19 damage. Okay, they do 19 damage because the flag. I can't believe they benefit from the flag as well.
Yes.
Even the villagers benefit attack from the flag. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. Most people on food for USA. He's free TCs now, so he's going to want a free TC boom. And, you know, with overmounted settlers, your settlers essentially are your military. So, you know, makes sense to have most people on food because they're your military and your eco. Has a stable behind this, which I thought was a weird... What are you going to do with a stable against Aztec? I don't know. Goons feels bad. So does Hussars. He is making some Carbine Cavalry. The Carbine Cavalry just get deleted by... I mean, they get beat by Aranites. They get beat by Atontins. The only thing that they counter is the shuttle-type units. Which I don't see any of right now. Still traps coming in for USA. So both of these civs are like the biggest XP civs in the game. It's going to be interesting to see who has more shipments at the end of this game. Because obviously USA... The design of that civ, like Mexico, they get lots of XP. They get lots of shipments. They get lots of XP from aging up, all that sort of stuff. They get a very unique XP crate, which was very unique to them when they first got launched. But then you have Aztec, who are the biggest XP civ in the game because they get 10 warrior priests, which is basically like having 11 trade posts, which is insane. So you can see there's kind of a correlation between civs that get lots of XP and how OP they are. The only one really which gets around that, I think, is Brits. But Brits still generate a lot of XP because of manor houses. Like you mass lots of manors, which means you get lots of XP. So they are kind of still part of it. So XP in this game is king. XP equals OPness generally. There's a correlation there at least. There's at least a correlation there. Otto obviously start with a TP and a mosque. They get lots of shipments. And their shipments are OP as well. France, they're 12-10. They start with a TP. USA, of course. We spoke about that. Aztec, just spoke about that. Yeah, kind of insane. That's a lot of Minutemen, you know. That's a lot of Marines. So we've got 44 villagers compared to 57. Wow. And H4 coming in now. Does he go for 1k coin? He did. Okay.
What is your command?
42 Marines? Oh, wow. He's repairing his town center. But they're playing like a bluff game right now. They're just microing one another. Aztec Kinesi wants to continually apply pressure here because he has the advantage with the Aranites. But on the other hand, Milk and Honey doesn't want to just let him siege that down for free. So he's going to keep poking his head up with Marines and calling his bluff. So they're playing a bit of a stalemate game at the moment. Yeah, classic Kinesi walls. If you doubted this was Kinesi, that is the time right there. It's either Kinesi or Revnak. H4 coming in with the California. Okay, second TC here for Aztec. USA doing a good job, keeping calm. Just building vills. Has a lot of them over here. Look at that. 32 of them, just in case he needs them in a fight. This is smart walling here by Kinesi. Just run behind his walls. H4's also coming in for Aztec. Hasn't sent Kalmikuk, though. Again, hasn't sent Kalmikuk. He's still on the warrior priest dance. Realized he probably forgot he didn't have 10. Okay, there's the agent with the California. He's going to be on 4 TCs now. What's the Wise Woman? Is that the eco one? It might be the farms. It's not the hero. Yeah, it's the farm Travois. Okay. So he's going to get the farms. That also increases the farm gather rate by like 20%, I think, in Age 4. It's probably 20%. It could be more, could be less. I don't know. It might be 30%. I don't know. Yeah, so gathering from farms, essentially turtling with Aztec now is actually decent. You don't need the herds on the map. You can turtle with your farms. And look at this, he's already getting Great Feast. A Taunting Slinger combat coming in. He's on 11 and a half trade posts worth of XP. Jesus Christ. Look how many Marines there are here. He's got 68 Marines. He must have just sent Minutemen companies. Yeah, he's just sent Minutemen companies. This gives you 10 of them, and it gives you the big levy, so you get like 10 or 12 or 16, I can't remember, from the town center. He's 68 Marines. My God, I don't think I've ever seen that many Marines. There was a video a while ago, I think it was Hawk, where I said, I've never seen this many Marines. Well, I've never seen this many. He's going for cowboy upgrades now. California Gold Rush. He's on 200 pops, 71 vills. He's up in score. There's been a bit of a, like, both of these have kind of, like, done greedy fast fortresses. So they've both gone for, like, one's gone for Marine free TC build, over Mountain Settlers. One's gone for his standard Warrior Priest fast fortress. And it's been a bit of a stalemate so far, which has kind of been interesting. And look how fast it's going to get down. There goes one TC. Marines do lose to Atontins. But you can't just like dive in against Marines. They do pack a punch. Refreshing beverages coming in now. So he's just massing Cowboys. Cowboys and Marines. What a composition. Cowboys and Marines. Yeah! Right him, cowboy. Mercantilism coming out. He's not had the 20 minutes, though, so he's only going to get 500 XP. That was not a good idea. If you just waited two and a bit minutes, 2.5 minutes, you would have got another 500 XP for that. But maybe he's desperate. Maybe he's desperate. Look at this. Going for mass cavalry as well. Getting all of the upgrades for Cowboys. I think he wants the XP because I reckon he wants dance halls. That's what I'm thinking. If he's teching into out. So I think he wants that to get the reduced population. Okay. Wow, look how many units we got here from Kinesi. And he's just massive this. He's got this 20 Taunting Slingers, which is infinite. Is such a good card. I don't know what it is about Tauntins, but they are just insane. They are honestly just insane. I know it's... Look at this. He's got the war dance on. It's increasing his damage by 20%. He gets a hero that he can revive almost instantly after a few seconds, and it's every like 2k HP almost. Okay, that looks like another big Marine button just pushed there. Yeah, like I said, Dance Hall's coming in. And he gets Mamelukes. No way! He gets the Mamelukes from the Dance Halls. And that mass cavalry really helps how quickly you produce Mamelukes. Okay, so we've got basically Atontins and Cowboys. Sorry, Atontins and Aaronites versus Marines and Cowboys. Interesting. Again, a kind of a stalemate. But the Aaronites take down a TC, which is nice. And don't underestimate Aaronites. Like 16 range attack at 1.5 fire rate. They have the exact same attack as Atontins. That is crazy. But double-layered walls going to be nice here. Heavy cannons would be nice, but those Aaronites could be a problem. And kind of an interesting fight there. I don't think Hawk could have continued that fight. The Tauntaun's 1.5 fire rate is just so oppressive. They get 18 range now as well. But Mamelukes now. There's no upgrades to the Mamelukes. He's making Alhoots. He's on 85 villagers already. Jesus Christ. Barely needed California Gold Rush. Okay. So lucky to be able to make Mamelukes, honestly. Especially against Aztec. Like I said, Cav is like it's very tough to make Cav versus Aztec sometimes because they got the Eagles, which are so good. But if you have a really high HP tanking cavalry unit, it's so good because you can see here the Mamelukes are essentially doing what the Aztec Explorer does. It face tanks everything, soaks up all the damage, and lets all the units in the back do lots of damage. So they both did it to each other there. One with Mamelukes, one with the Aztec hero. But the Aztec hero gets revived every 9.5 seconds. He gets 1,800 HP, 1,750 HP every 6, 7, 9.5 seconds. Somebody make it stop. He gets a Mameluke every 9.5 seconds. He's the lucky one. And he's actually pushing him back. USA up in score. But he's being pushed back. He just made a load of Mamelukes. He made Mamelukes look like a bitch. Imagine being so OP you make Mamelukes look like a bitch. Damn. Imagine making Alhoots look bad. Like, how? How are they doing this? I don't understand how Autontons are so OP. Why are they so OP? Explorer getting revived again for another 9.5 seconds. It's so annoying. So tough to play. And it's like, people say, oh, make spies. You just have to make spies. Shut up. What are you going to do? The spies are going to die. And even if they do kill the Explorer, you've just wasted however much coin to kill an Explorer that's going to revive every 9.5 seconds. Alhoots do get that shotgun attack, so if you micro it correctly in between the Autontons that are all bunched together, that could be really powerful. But again, it's tough when you're in a situation like this. And look, the Explorers are soaking up all of the shotgun. They lean forward. They lean forward. Boom. Boom. It's such a cool fire animation. And you can let he just did it again. He just soaks up all of the shotgun ability, which is insane. Is Aztec going to push into his base? Is he going to start losing villagers? It's looking tough for him. Aztec's on 81 vills. Pumping in the Autontons. Could use these vills. He's using the over-mountain settlers. He needs every bit of firepower he can muster. Bring in the muskets. Oh, bring in the Pulaski's Legion. Bring in the Guard Ulons. Nay, boys, nay! Use those sabers, go on. Get stuck in. Again, his Explorer's just back again. Just coming in for a juicy snare. Oh, he's made some Eagles. But are they going to be able to cut down the Autontons? The Explorer in the middle look just so good. The flag goes up, but what's the point? This is what I'm talking about. This is like, they just cut down a whole shipment. There was barely any anti-cav there. Don't get me started on Eagle Knights. Do not get me started on Eagle Knights. Look at the damage on this. 21 range attack. They do 63 damage to cav. Every 1.5 seconds. Why do they have a goon? They're a dragoon that has a 1.5 fire rate. And they're one population. Do you know how OP that is in the late game? Do you have any idea how OP that is? God damn. I'm going to take a swig of my energy drink. Look at that beautiful Aztec flag. The hero next to it. Again, that hero's always there. It's always there, look. Soaking up the charged abilities. So OP. Those charged abilities want to go on the units. Instead, the hero keeps soaking them. So he just rotates from attack dance onto the revive hero dance, back onto attack dance. And it's just never ending. It's such an OP build. It's such an OP strategy. More Marines coming in. Aztec's on 88 vils here. He's now getting night attack. So he's got all of his age 4 shipments. He's got the eco ones, the attack, the combat ones. And now he's going for the age 3 combat. Tauntings everywhere. Is this going to be the end for Hawk? 5 Mamelukes coming in. Now, can they do better than the Pulaski's Legion? I don't see any Eagles here. I see no Eagle Knights. The Mamelukes should come and clean up here, right? Okay, as soon as I say that, Eagles come in. God damn, they are so good. Look! Oh my god. It's not good fighting against Aztecs if you've got Tourette syndrome, because like these guys are just tweaking constantly. The feathers on the back, they're constantly slinging. They're constantly tweaking, and somehow 5 Mamelukes just gone down. I've just been talking gibberish. 5 Mamelukes have just gone down. This is looking GG, even though Milk and Honey is up in score. He's up in score. This is over. This is GG. I don't know what he does here. 42 villagers on coin. Both his factories on coin. He is pumping out the Cowboys and the Outlaws like there's no tomorrow. Again, his hero just comes in again. Does get the fort up, but I think it was quite weak. Fort Hamilton is going to go down. Okay, he was distracted by the fort. The fort, he's sieging the fort down with the taunting. That was not a good idea. That's the one thing that they are very weak against. More Mamelukes on the way. He's fighting with over-mounted settlers. Pioneers might be a good shipment here for USA. Is he going to be able to defend? Is he going to be able to squeeze him back? He's got a brilliant shape of his Alhoots here, maximizing damage. State goes down. That's not the end of the world. He gets the champion 3 sharpshooters. Even these guys get a charge ability now. He actually manages to hold. Actually manages to hold. Getting a state capital. More Mamelukes on the way. That's the secret here. Mamelukes and Alhoots and a few Cowboys. That's the secret here. Obviously, we've got dance halls. He went for the fortifications, the fort fortifications card, so he can make forts now. He can make a few forts now. I don't know how many exact, but that would be good. No, bro, just send in this. Kovat's Legion. Imagine Kovat's Legion. Imagine Magyar Hussars with Mamelukes. I've done it before, and it's the most beautiful composition because they're basically the same. They're exactly the same unit. I think Kovat's Legion does a slightly more damage with slightly less HP. I can't remember, but they're basically Mamelukes. And he could overpop with them. You could overpop with them. And you could overpop with the Minutemen. Instead, you've overpopped with the Minutemen. Solely the Minutemen. Elite Coyotes. Oh, we need champion Coyotes here. He's going for heavy fortifications. Does he have... Okay, he has a fort going up, but no outposts. Okay, USA's running back here. Well, how is USA 10k score up? He's 10k score up. Okay, making outposts now. We have adoption here. We're getting loads of the native techs. Probably resources and stuff. Okay. USA aren't going to be able to counter that. So it's going to be back. Okay, we have champion Coyotes at the perfect time because it looks like there might be a fight here. This tree line is going to be a problem, I think, for USA. In everything goes. The USA flag goes down. He's planting it on the moon, but he's not fighting on the moon. Mamelukes diving in. The flag. Oh my god, he got so many Mamelukes. So many Mamelukes. Where's the Eagles? Where's the Eagles? He went for Coyotes instead of Eagles. Big mistake. Big mistake. And now it's his turn to face tank with HP. He's saying, I've had enough of your hero doing it. Now it's my turn to do it. Mamelukes going in for it. They've been buffed as well from the Arsenal. By the looks of it, he calls GG. Allison Wonderland calls GG. What was going on over here? Okay, maybe that raid wasn't going to do very much. Calls GG. Guys, I tell you what. USA and Hawk, you know this. You know this. You are unbelievably lucky that your dance halls gave you Mamelukes. Your saloons gave you Mamelukes. And I just know Kinesi is pissed, man. There is no way USA should have won that game. And USA were losing this game before Hawk started making Hawk started making Mamelukes. When he started making Mamelukes, that was the game changer. That was when shit got real. And that was the game changer here. So Hawk honestly got very, very lucky here. They both played similar games. Greedy FFs, big villager booms, warrior priest booms. And it was interesting. But USA win this time. But by the skin of his teeth, the Mameluke rolled the dice at the start of the game. The AI says, have Mamelukes on me, baby. As if USA need to be any more OP. Have some Mamelukes for free on Daddy. Well, AI did not shine upon Aztec. Maybe Aztec needed a nerf. The AI saw it, this game matchup, and said, you know what, I'm going to nerf Aztec a little bit and give USA an OP mercenary. Very, very lucky that he got the Mamelukes. Very, very lucky, and that was definitely the game changer. GG's, well played to both. Fun game. Shout out to Hawk. He's going to be happy with that juicy elo. Kinesi, one of the best players in the game. Hands down, top 10. Yes, I said it again. USA coming up top trumps again. I know you guys don't like seeing USA win, but Matt, this wasn't a USA win. This was a Mameluke win. This was a win for mercenaries. This wasn't a win for USA. This wasn't a loss for Aztec. This was just a win for mercenaries. A win for the Egyptian Mamelukes. GG, hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you in the next game. Peace.